Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is Idioms 325. The idiom today is to beat around the bush. Okay, let's take a look at the note here. This idiom could also be heard as to beat about the bush. So you could either say to beat around the bush or to beat about the bush. I think in American English, beat around the bush is a little bit more common, but I do hear both. All right, let's continue. If someone beats around the bush, he or she speaks about a matter in a vague way, especially trying not to directly offend, upset, or challenge anybody. He or she may be trying to avoid an issue that may be unpleasant or sensitive. So that's the way we use it. That's when people try to beat around the bush. All right, let's continue. The origin of this idiom is believed to come from the fact that in former times, people used to literally beat about the bush or beat around the bush in order to scare birds and drive them out of a bush into the open so that people could catch them. So they didn't directly go into the bush. They just hit around the side of the bush to scare out them. So they weren't going directly to it. They were going around the bush, kind of hitting it or touching it so that the birds would get scared and they'd fly out. So that's where the original idea of beat around the bush came from. All right, let's continue. This idiom is sometimes used in the negative to mean one will go straight to the point or issue without delay. So a lot of times somebody will say, well, somebody is not beating around the bush. They're getting right to the point. So that would be almost like somebody went directly into the bush to catch the birds. All right, and we got 3 examples to cover this. Let's look at number 1 here. Many politicians have perfected the skill of beating around the bush in order not to get caught or avoid saying something that could cause bad press. At least skillful ones have done this. Every once in a while they do fail at this, but skillful ones have learned how to do this. All right, number 2. All right, this is a typical example. We often tell somebody, stop beating about the bush or stop beating around the bush. So again, we could say either one and get right to the point. So somebody is hinting at something. They're beating about the bush, but they're not saying it directly. So then we tell them, don't do that. Stop that. Tell me directly. And this is the 3rd one. Somebody might say it this way. I am not going to beat around the bush. I am going to say it directly. Okay. Anyway, I hope we got it. Hope it was clear. Hope it was informative. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.